Do you even know what you've done to me? You walked into my life like a storm dressed in silence, and suddenly, everything I was crumbled into who I am when I look at you. You made me believe that love doesn't always come screaming, it sometimes whispers your name 1,000 times a night when sleep refuses to touch my eyes. I don't just love you, I exist in you. In your smile, in the tiny furrow of your brows when you're upset, in the way you say my name when no one else is listening. You are not just a part of my life, you are the reason my soul still chooses to breathe every single day. There were days I thought I would never be understood in this world, and then you came, and somehow, you looked at the wreckage inside me and called it beautiful. Not fixed, not judged, just loved. That kind of love, your love, it brought me back to life. When I hold you, it's not just arms around a body, it's every broken piece of me finally finding a home. It's the ache of 1,000 yesterdays melting into one moment of peace. And when you're close, I swear, even time slows down just to watch us exist together. I have dreams where you're old and beautiful and still mine, and I'm still stupidly in love with you. Dreams where we fight, cry, grow, and always find our way back. I don't want a perfect love. I want ours raw, messy, passionate, real. I don't care how long it takes, how far you go, or what storms we walk through. I will always find you. Always. Even if the world forgets your name, my heart never will. You're written into the rhythm of my breath, and darling, I don't know how to stop breathing. You say I'm intense, but that's because I love you in ways that poems can't hold, and words can't tame. I love you like oceans crashing into cliffs, unstoppable, relentless, eternal. If that's too much, then forgive me, because I was never meant to love you gently. I will spend this lifetime, and every one after this, choosing you. In every form, in every time, in every version of existence, I will fall for you over and over again. And I pray, with every beat of my foolish heart, that you'll keep finding your way back to me too. When I look at you, I see everything I was afraid to believe in. I see home. I see peace in the middle of my chaos. And when you smile, God, when you smile, it's like all the wars inside me pause, just to watch the light on your lips. There are nights I stay awake, just listening to the silence, wondering if you're out there, thinking of me too. And sometimes I pretend you're next to me, head on my chest, heart beating in sync with mine. And for those few seconds, the ache becomes bearable. I have loved you in silence, in longing, in madness. I've loved you in the spaces between words and in the cracks of my soul where light rarely enters. And even if this world forgets what love means, I will still whisper your name like a sacred prayer. I don't want the kind of love that fades when things get hard. I want the kind of love that fights, that bleeds, that burns and rebuilds. I want you, in your wildness, in your softness, in your anger and your laughter. I want all of you, forever if you let me. Even if you forget everything else, forget my face, my voice, my name, please don't forget this. I loved you more than words were ever made to carry, and I would burn down every part of me just to keep one memory of your love alive in the ashes. People say love changes you, but you didn't change me. You revealed me. You looked past the masks, the fears, the walls I built, and you saw me, the real me, the scared, scarred, flawed man beneath it all. And somehow you chose to love him. If I could, I'd gather every second I've spent missing you and turn them into stars, and maybe then, you'd look up and finally understand just how infinite my love for you has always been. You were never a moment in my life. You are the whole timeline. You are the poem I never knew how to write, the melody I hum when the world gets too loud, the silence I crave when everything else becomes noise. You are every soft thing I never thought I deserved. And yet, here you are, more real than any dream I ever dared to dream. There's a kind of madness in loving someone like this, like drowning and breathing at the same time. And every time I see you, every time I hear your name, that madness wraps itself around me like fire, and still, I'd walk into it for you. Every single time. I don't just miss you, I miss us. I miss the way time stood still when we were together. I miss the quiet moments, the unspoken understandings, the way your presence filled every empty part of me without ever trying. Come back, or call me back. I'm still waiting. Sometimes I wonder if love like ours frightens people, because it isn't gentle, it isn't quiet, it doesn't walk in, it crashes, it burns, it consumes. What we have, it's not easy, but it's real, and I'd rather drown in something real with you than float through 1,000 lifetimes without you. There's this moment I play over and over in my head, the way you used to look at me, like I was more than just skin and bones, like you saw something divine in the chaos that I am. And now, every time I look in the mirror, I search for that version of me, the one that only existed when you loved me. I've loved you in the sunlight, in laughter, in joy, but I've also loved you in silence, in absence, in pain. I've loved you through every storm, and if that isn't the definition of forever, I don't know what is, because my heart, it doesn't beat without your name echoing inside it. Do you know what haunts me? It's not the thought of losing you, it's the thought of you forgetting what we were. Forgetting how my hands memorized your soul. Forgetting how I could hear your heartbeat, even when you were across the room. Don't let go of that. Please. Every time I open my eyes, I search for you. Not just with my gaze, but with my being. I reach for you in the laughter of strangers, in the scent of rain, in the pause between my breaths. You've become the rhythm of everything I am, even in your absence. Some nights I cry without sound, not because I'm weak, but because I don't know where to place all this love that I still carry for you. It overflows, it spills into everything, into my words, my songs, my silence, into the way I live, or barely live, without you. People ask me why I haven't moved on. And I laugh, not because it's funny, but because how do I explain that moving on from you would be like asking the stars to forget the sky? You aren't a chapter. You are the entire story. My story. And if one day you come back to me, even as a stranger, even if your eyes don't recognize mine anymore, I will still rise to my feet. I will still call your name like it's the only word I've ever known. And I will still say, welcome home, my love. I've been waiting. You once asked me what I saw in you. I didn't answer then, because words were too small, but I'll answer now. I saw my future. I saw every morning I ever wanted to wake up to, every night I ever wanted to fall asleep beside. I saw forever, and I still do. I know life gets heavy. I know sometimes love isn't enough to keep people from drifting. But if love, ever, had the power to rewrite time, to fight destiny, to bend the stars, then it would be ours. Because what I feel for you, it defies even the gods. I don't need promises. I don't need declarations. I just need you, sitting beside me, even in silence, even in brokenness. Because your presence has always healed more than 1,000 words ever could. And if this is the end, if this is where our paths part for good, then know this: I will carry your name like a talisman. I will whisper your memory into the wind. And when I'm gone, if the world listens closely, they'll still hear me loving you in the echoes between stars. I keep telling myself that if love is real, it always finds a way back. But time, Time is cruel. It stretches the distance, it blurs the edges of your face in my mind, and still, I fight it. I fight forgetting you with everything in me, because forgetting you would mean killing a part of my soul. Sometimes I speak to the wind like it's your voice. I tell it the things I never got to say, how proud I am of you, how I still dream of your hands in mine, how I still set a place for your laugh in every room I enter. Is that madness, or is it just devotion? People think grief is loud, but missing you, it's the quietest thing I've ever felt. It sits in the pauses of conversations, in the spaces between songs, in the hollowness of a room that still echoes with your name. You were my favorite sound, and silence is the loneliest thing now. You once asked me if I believed in soulmates, and I didn't answer. I was scared that if I said yes, I'd be admitting that you were mine. But you are. You always were. And if soulmates exist, they don't need to be together to be bound. I feel you everywhere. Do you remember how I used to trace stars on your skin with my fingers? I wasn't just touching you. I was trying to memorize the map back to you. Because even then, some part of me knew that life might try to take you away. But it never occurred to me that you might forget the way home too. I look at the places we used to go, and they're just places now. Empty, cold, meaningless. Because you were the warmth in every room, the laughter in every moment, the breath in everything. Without you, even beauty feels distant. Like I'm watching my own life from the outside. I used to fear death, but now, I only fear one thing, the idea that I might live a lifetime where you never return, where you never remember what we were, where I carry this love like a ghost only I can see. But if that's the fate I've been given, then I'll bear it.